Hello everyone, welcome to my RuneScape 3 Hardcore Ironman account. The goal of this account is to max without dying and retain our Hardcore Ironman status, or I guess Iron Woman status, as it were. Look at these cute little bunnies, aren't they pretty? So we've just made this account just fresh. Our name is One Summer Day. I turned off chat just because I don't like it clogging up my stream. My main did give myself a bond, just so we can have access to everything right off the bat. As for the format of this video series, I'm probably going to do what most popular YouTubers do, and just sort of give periodic updates. We'll try not to do any like really large skips, but also I don't think anyone wants to watch me like cutting logs for an hour or fishing for an hour, If we wanted to grind our lives away, we'd all be playing hardcore Ironman accounts ourselves right now. But, I'll try to give a general guideline of what I'm doing in case you want to follow along. I will have some goals for efficiency for this account, but I'm not going to go out of my way to try and route everything perfectly. For me, that sucks the joy out of the game. That being said, there are definitely some things that are going to be standard. So with that being said, one of the first things I'd like to focus on is summoning, at least early on. Summoning is an incredibly hard skill to train on an Ironman. My opinion, it's much harder than Herblore, which I actually like Herblore with farming. I find it to be kind of relaxing, even if it's just like a check-in daily kind of deal. So my first thought is we would do the local Violet is Blue quest right over on White Wolf Mountain, and we'll just dump the experience we get from that into summoning. I think we'll be at level 12 after that. I'm not entirely sure. But yeah, that'll be our first goal. So I'm going to get started on that, and I'll see you guys in a little bit. So, this is the quest start for Violet is Blue. It's right up here on the mountain. It's really easy to get to. You just run up right through here. There's some level 42 wolves right here, but they only take like 100 damage. It's not that big a deal. Yeah, so you just run up to this little girl right here, talk to her to start the quest. And we're like, hey, aren't you a little young? She's like, I'm gonna yell at you and run to this portal. So yeah, I'm gonna finish up this quest. It's pretty easy. You can follow a guide online if you want to. But it's basically just a series of puzzles. It's really simple. So your first challenge basically is just to run up this hill, dodge all these snowballs. And as long as you're paying attention, you should be fine. Basically, you just want to run back and forth at an angle. So you can see that one. So as soon as that one goes past you, just run to the side. Good job. As long as this doesn't spot... There we go. We're good. See how easy that is? So you'll get inside and meet Violet's adoptive parents, who are actually Yetis. And you'll have to do some puzzles in here. Pretty straightforward. It's a little different for everybody. If you get stuck, like I said, look up a guide. You'll be fine. Alright, so after you do the puzzle inside of their house, you're led to another clearing, and basically you have another little... I don't know, I don't really want to call it a puzzle so much as it is like a fetch quest. We have to run around this little area here, collecting all kinds of ingredients. And you're going to use the ingredients to light up these trees with lights. That's pretty much it. It's pretty simple. You can run around and figure it out in 2 or 3 minutes, or just look it up. Alright, so after you finish this puzzle, you get to walk through and light all these trees with fireflies. In the next puzzle, you basically just can spam click. You've got to give all these weird little Iceman heads. And so you just click as fast as you can, basically, and throw snowballs on their heads. It's nothing special. So next up on the list, you're literally just building some like snowmen for Violet, this little girl, to yell at. Because we need her to make snowfall from these trees to thicken up the ice. Oh, I need to get branches. Derp. Come here. Oh no. Where are the branches? Oh, probably here on this tree. That says prune. There's 2. There's 4. There's 6. And I think these snowmen actually give you a little bit of experience, which is funny. Yeah, you get 2 construction experience per little attachment. Then, yes. Yes. It's so beautiful. What a beautiful snowman. Now let's destroy it. And see, she's gonna run over and just be like, die, snowman, die. Yep, so we just do that a couple more times till we can cross. Pretty straightforward. Alright, next up you have basically a little, like, puzzle where you need to go from point A to point B and make your way across the ice. So there's a couple different ways to do this. There's on the wiki there's a guide that is pretty straightforward, but if you don't want to use the guide, you can do a lot with diagonals. Like you can start diagonally, like right here. I think your first move always has to be here. Then you could go left and push her up diagonally that way, or you could go right and push her diagonally towards this little snow pile here, and then up and left. But it's easier just to follow the guide, so you don't have to do any thinking. Because it's 2021, who thinks for themselves anymore? Alright, so it shouldn't take you more than a few minutes to get across. And after this, you're going to run up this hill, and there'll be a little, like, sleigh you have to put together. It's pretty simple. You just run around, collect all the ingredients, and put them on the sleigh. This sleigh, to be precise, like I said, you just need to explore the area, grab everything, and I'll see you once we're done. We're just gonna rip off this real quick. There's no need for a Yeti Town sign, right? I don't know. This just gets me every time I see it. We just like steal their sign. Alright, once you finish the sled, you get to give it a name. We're gonna call it Sledy McSledface. Because why not? And now we'll finally get to go down into Yeti Town. Let's go. Woo! Yay, cutscenes. Actually looks fun, I'm not gonna lie. Did you guys ever get on sleds when you were a kid? Or did you have enough snow in the area you lived in? I grew up in Georgia, so we didn't have that much snow. We had enough to build snowmen, because we lived in like northeast where all the mountains are. But not like enough to get a sled and go down the hill. In fact, when we were kids, we used to have these little like giant, like thick plastic circles, and you'd sit in them. And you could go down like the hills on those because they were real light. So even if you didn't have much snow, you could like go flying down. And my sister, who's a year younger than me, the roads used to get really icy. And in the south, because it doesn't snow that much, we don't keep equipment to keep the roads clean. And my sister used to slide down the ice like a dumbass. And she went she went so fast one day that she couldn't stop. And it's ice, right? So you can't exactly just like, you know, put your foot out into the snow and make it stop. She ended up crashing into like the sidewalk and like spraining her ankle. It was pretty nasty. Moral of the story is, don't play on ice, kids. Alright, so at the end of this quest, you finally get your three lamps. Each one of those has 1,000 experience in it. You can put it into pretty much any skill you want. But like I said, I'm going to throw mine into summoning. Hello there, Wolfie. Huzzah! Yay! We got level ups. And another one. You know, I might turn chat back on just so I can see my level ups. Come on. I mean, we can check it in the skills, but also, I kind of like seeing it down there in the chat box. I'm not sure why. Yay! And that brings us up to summoning level 16. Wow, that's 3 more than I thought it was. I did not calculate correctly. Yeah, so now we can make all of these all the way up to granite crabs, which are pretty awesome. You can get a lot of fish from them, and they give you +4 defense, I think. Yeah, with the scroll. So they're pretty useful early on. We just don't have any charms, so there's that. Alright. So, I'm gonna go think about what I want to do next. Now that we have 16 summoning. It looks so weird. I'm sorry, it looks so weird. All the other skills are 1 and summoning 16. Okay, I'll be back in a minute. Okay, so after thinking about it for a little bit, one thing that we really need on an Ironman right away is some initial money. As you can see, we have 0. So I figured we'd go to the stronghold of player safety. Not the one in Barbarian Village, but the one that's like right below Edgeville. And I'll show you where it's at once we get there. Anyways, you just go through it real fast. You get like some safety gloves and like 10,000 gold. None of the monsters are aggressive either, so you should be perfectly safe. On the way to Edgeville on a new account, you'll pass by Falador, so you may as well hop in here, grab the lodestone. You might as well grab the one in Edgeville. Just go ahead and start opening up your map a little bit. Okay, so this is pretty much the stronghold of player safety, where this little classroom is. Well, there's my roof. You see Professor Henry. There's an entrance to the jail back here, and this little crevice nearby. And on your map, you can see that if you start here in Berthope, when you make a new account, you just want to run south to this gate, right here, and then go east. Watch out for the highwaymen here, and when you unlock this lodestone, look out for a mugger who's level 15. You can take a few hits, you'll be fine, just don't stand there AFK. Alright, and so to get into the stronghold of player safety, basically, first you need to go into the jail. It's the only, what do you call it? Entrance. The only entrance that's available to you at first. In fact, we might need to go down. There we go. So you need to go talk to the guard, and he'll kind of tell you about the prison, basically. Look at that goblin. Can I help you? Nice hair. Yep, and he just is like, hey, this is the Mistalling Training Center of Excellence. Blah, blah, blah. Blah, 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 blah. Just hear what he has to say. Read through it if you want to. I've read it like 10 times. Okay, maybe 5. Not that many. Yes, 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 yes. Cool. Nice. It's letting you know you can report people. I don't think I've ever reported anyone ever. Maybe some bots, actually. Okay. So after you talk to that guy, you should be able to go through the main doors of the training center. And you do have to go through that entire conversation about rule breakers, by the way. Or it won't let you in. So now that you talk to this guy, I think you can climb up the stairs finally. Right. Or did I do that wrong? Yeah, actually I did do that wrong. I think there's like an entrance downstairs. Where is the dungeon? Okay, I'm old and my memory is not what it used to be, okay, guys? Give me a second to figure out how you get in there. Okay, I remember now. So, there's only one jail and cell in here that you can actually go into. It's this one right here. And see this poster? You just gotta pull it back. And boom. You're inside. You don't need, like I said earlier, you don't need any equipment or anything. No one's gonna bother you. Not even these muggers, for some reason. I don't know. Basically, you come in here at the middle level, and you want to make your way to the secure sector. It's pretty easy to navigate. You just kind of want to walk your way through. So I'll meet you guys at the end. Just as a side note, make sure that you pull this lever up here on the north level. It's right here in this room. You just want to make sure that you pull it to unlock the secure center. Actually, looking at that clip just a second ago, it may have been too dark, so I came back to record this one real quick. Just so you can see it, because it is really dark. It's just right here. Okay. Now you're free to go down to the secure center. Alright, so we're here. Whoops. Well, now you can see. We're at the chest. Open it up, and you get 10,000 gold, a pair of gloves, and 2 lamps with 500 experience each, and some decent melee gloves, nothing special. And I think we'll probably put this experience into herb lore. See, level 5 and level 9. Looking pretty good. It's always nice to get some free experience. But more importantly, some money. Alright, so next, when you're in Birth Up, you're given these like paths that you can follow. I don't really tend to follow them on new accounts, but one thing that you can do is these default challenges they start you off on, which just give you like a buttload of free experience for some reason. So we're gonna warp back to Birth Up, do those real quick. Just do some basic combat, some basic bones, some trees, and we'll get a bunch of free levels. Probably throw the combat experience into defense. Yep, so after killing these 5 cows, you complete the combat challenge. You can turn this in, like so. Like so. There we go, Jesus. And this will give you a pretty good bit of experience. Like I said, we're going to throw it into defense. 530. There you go. 5 free levels for killing 5 cows. And you can just do the same with the bones you got from them for the prayer challenge. Yep, just bury those. And then it'll get some sparkles letting you know you completed the daily challenge. Then you get level 6 prayer. Yay, burst of strength. Yep. So I'm going to go do that for the rest of them real quick. Fishing, mining, and woodcutting. And I'll be back. Alright, there's the last of our tutorial challenges turned in. And we get access to the rest of our normal things. And you can get a reward as well once you finish that. You gotta go talk to the guard. Actually, I think you can even get this little arrow. We'll show you where to go. We don't have any space, so I'm gonna go cook up all this food I've got, burn half of it, since our daily challenge for today is 25 cooking. Yeah, I'm gonna go finish all of these daily challenges actually, and I'll see you after that. So you just got a full inventory of crayfish, but it is starting to like thunder hardcore here. So I'm gonna go ahead and stop this recording because I don't want us to like lose power and lose the footage in the middle of things. So yeah, if you watch this first video, thanks for watching, and don't get struck by lightning. See you next time.